Hey guys, okay, so we're back again. This is a different disc, but Carrie's on now. I'm going to actually give most of the show to Carrie. She has great stuff for you guys today. So I'm just going to exit here. I just have one quick funny thing. And I want to know what guys think and what girls think. Check out Jessica Biel, okay, and look at her hair. Okay, I think she's sexy and hot in this picture. Marie, what do you think? Or no?
Yeah, and my...
But not just, what do you think?
Yes, but horse mouth. Horse mouth.
Okay, forget the mouth. The hair. It's about the hair!
The hair. Love the hair.
Okay, Carrie, do you think she's sexy in this picture? Do you like the hair?
That's Jessica Biel?
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like her.
But is it, would you like, is this beautiful to you with this hair? No. Yeah.
So
do you guys like straighter hair?
Well, you know what?
I've never seen her with it, so it's
okay.
just...
She can get away with anything.
I love Marie when she has her hair like that.
Marie, yes.
I guess I can't form an opinion right now.
Okay, well, it said they asked 100 guys in the street, is a slept in Maine sexy or messy? Okay, I think sexy. Okay.
I think most people think sexy.
I think sexy, okay? But only 41% of men thought it was sexy. The other 59% thought it was messy. Interesting. And then also celeb name droppers. These guys drop their middle names, and I only mention it because my poor dear friend Marie is one of 5 or 6 kids, Marie.
5,
and they all got middle names but Marie. Marie doesn't have a middle name.
Don't have a middle name.
Well, you should feel better because all these people dropped their middle names. I don't know why, but they dropped them. So I thought that was interesting. And how many of you out there don't have a middle name? Like, I never even heard of that. So that's interesting to me. Okay, Carrie Lee Shidley is coming on now. Come on in, Carrie. And then I'm just going to move out of the way because Carrie has a lot of good, here you go, Carrie, sit down. Carrie has a lot of good stuff, to talk about today. Okay, Carrie, go ahead, take it over.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Carrie. I'm going to cover a question that someone had after last week's episode, which was, why am I so hungry at night? Okay, there are a few different reasons why you can be hungry at night, and this is a very, very common problem. I suffer from it. I think Heather suffers from it. Very, very common. Okay, so we are very busy during the day. We have schedules, we have programs, we have kids programs, we have jobs. Our mind is occupied, we're busy. We come home, we eat dinner, and we're relaxed, we're free of responsibilities. All of a sudden, whoosh, okay, you get to feel those hungry feelings. This is, an exaggeration of this is when you get really, really nervous for a test or an event or something that's coming up and you can't eat because you're so nervous, all right, and then the event is over. And then you're relaxed and all of a sudden you're just famished and because you hadn't been eating, right? That's an exaggeration of kind of what it's like during the day because you just have your mind occupied on things. So it's very easy to eat good or, not eat a lot of things. However, that's going to catch up to you later on, all right? So the first cause of being hungry at night is not eating enough during the day. So,
but I do eat enough during the day.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
So, just number one, making sure that you're having your breakfast, your lunch, and of course dinner, and then your small snacks in between that. If that's happening, also the right types of foods. So your low glycemic carbohydrates as opposed to high glycemic carbohydrates. We can't have a Jamba Juice for lunch because you're going to spike up and then crash later, all right? So when you include your proteins and your healthy fats, which we touched on
a couple episodes ago, yeah,
last week, yeah. That's going to slow down the release of the sugars in your bloodstream. So that energy is going to last you longer throughout the day. It's also going to allow your body to absorb the nutrients more efficiently. So you're not going to feel as deprived when you include your proteins and your healthy fats along with your carbohydrates, your low glycemic carbohydrates, okay? So combining the macronutrients in your meals during the day is going to help sustain your energy and it's going to curb your hunger levels later.
So you should always have a protein and a carb together.
Correct.
Yes.
And ideally a healthy fat. Even if you're having a snack, for example, a healthy snack, you can have a whole grain cracker, a piece of bread with some peanut butter on it. That peanut butter is going to balance the insulin rush of the carbohydrates, even though those are good choices.
What about cheese with crackers? Is cheese just a no bad food?
No, just in moderation.
Okay.
Okay, so cheese is an animal-derived fat, okay,
right,
which is saturated fat, okay? It has, I think, a little bit of both. So you just have it in moderation. It's going to have, good properties as well. You just don't want to saturate your entire diet with cheese. Okay, so eating enough during the day, also eating the right types of foods during the day, okay? If you're doing all this, okay, another reason could be you're bored, right? Okay, everything's done
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for the
that's my
day,
problem.
kids
That's
are
your problem,
asleep.
Marie, isn't it?
You're
Yeah,
bored.
mine
Okay,
too.
so this is where
Or tired.
What hobbies that you've been dying to do? Do you want to take up knitting? Do you want to take up collages? Or did you ever want to learn about such and such? Go online. Stay busy. All right, stay busy.
Well, what
Just
about
find
when you're in
something
bed
to
at
do.
9 p.m. and you're just sitting there watching TV or something and there's no time to do? I mean, the problem is I want to go grab the wheat thins at 9.
Okay, here's the deal.
What do you
and
do, grab
I'm gonna
water?
quote Jillian Michaels by saying this. You can't binge on food that's not there. So get all the crap out of your cupboards. Okay?
I can't. 3 kids.
Teach your kids to
Okay,
eat healthy.
Healthier, okay.
Teach your kids to
You're
eat
right.
healthy. No excuse.
You're right, Carrie.
All right. So another thing, okay. Also, if you're in bed, hot tea. Hot tea's gonna help
okay.
fill you up. Lots of water. Oh, another thing is during all your meals during the day, drinking the water is also gonna help fill you up as well. So the traditional 8 to 12 8-ounce glasses. That's for a sedentary individual. This
Okay.
is not for someone who's working out. If you're working out, you need way more than that before and after during your workout, etc.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
hard to get that water. I don't get it nearly enough.
Yeah.
How much time do we have so Karen knows?
So-
the other part?
6:18.
Okay, so you have about 8 minutes left.
Okay, so also during the day too, another thing is eating on the go.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're eating standing up or in the car, such and such, try to sit down, even if it's a small meal. I mean, try to sit down and really actually enjoy your food so that you actually feel more satisfied. Okay, that's gonna curb those cravings at the same time. So all those things can help. And just try to be relaxed at your mealtime so you can really enjoy and let your body absorb the nutrients.
Good stuff.
Okay, brush your teeth.
Oh
Who
yeah.
wants to eat after they brush their teeth?
Oh, and gum too. Chew gum.
Right? Those are all things that can help.
But I like the tea one. Maybe to
hot
have a
tea
glass
will
of
relax
water.
you.
If you're dying, just
glass of water.
Yeah, I would do coffee if I could, but I wouldn't go to sleep. Maybe try a cup of decaf. I don't know, but
exactly. Another thing I'm going to touch on right now too is the emotional eating. Again, going with the whole fact that so cute. I don't know if you guys can see that. The dog's on the floor going like that. Okay, so the emotional eating. We're at home. All our responsibilities are done for the day, and the issues come up. Okay, what have I not done in my life? What is
Right.
this, that, and the other? I'm afraid about this. So deal with those issues in your life. Deal with the insecurities. Bring those things up to the surface so you don't grab for the chips or you don't grab for the cake or the cereal or the Cookie Crisp.
and I'm an emotional eater.
So a lot of that. I don't want to
Yeah.
go off on that, but a lot of that stuff happens at night when you're just that
Exactly.
time. So try to deal with that. Write and journal how you're feeling when you binge on a certain item, or how
That's
do you
a good
feel on
idea.
this. Let's say you really want to go for that ice cream cake from your kid's 5th birthday. What's gonna happen if you don't go to the cake? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, I would feel much better. Much.
I mean, what's gonna happen wrong if you don't go for that, or if you don't do that? I mean, just really try to analyze how you're feeling when you have these urges to snack at night. That's gonna help you work through that, all right? Any other questions on that? You guys, there's no escape from life, so just bring all these things to the surface, and there's always gonna be something that you're working on. If you're afraid to succeed because you don't wanna be succumb to, more pressures, I mean, all those are reasons that we overeat, so let's deal with it, right?
Absolutely.
I'm talking with my
Absolutely.
hands too much.
No, and if you guys have any questions, we got a viewer asked this question. Either email Carrie at Carrie at
Physicalcreations.com.
physicalcreations.com, or just like this person did, write it on the page that you
Yes.
guys watch our show on. So, anyways, okay, cool, awesome. Thanks,
All right.
Carrie.
Okay, so getting back to the exercise, the difference between training your abdominals and training your core. Okay, there's a
Good.
difference. Doctor says I need a stronger core. I need to strengthen my core. I need to this area. What?
Right.
Okay, there's a big difference here, you guys. Your abdominals, your rectus abdominis, flex the spine. That means your tailbone comes toward your head. These are crunches, reverse crunches, cable crunches, anything where you're having this spinal flexion movement. When we're talking about the core, we're talking about the muscles that stabilize the spine. Okay,
Marie sat up
stabilization.
straighter, by the way. As soon as she said that, Marie stood up like a peacock. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so specifically the transverse abdominis, which is a muscle that's underneath your abdominals that presses in and compresses your viscera, which supports your vertebrae, all right? Another way is just to think of balancing for the most part. It's your body being able to stabilize under some kind of a dynamic movement. So, for example, if you're doing a bicep curl on one leg and you're stabilizing, you're working your core, even though you're not doing any sit-ups at all. You're doing a plank position, right? You're stabilizing, okay? You're resisting gravity and staying in the same position with hips aligned with ankles and shoulders, right? You're working your core. We're not technically training the abdominals directly. Hi, baby.
Is Maxine doing yoga? She's stretching her pelvic out to give birth.
Yes.
Look at this dog, Maxine.
So it, yes, she is stretching. She is stretching the core. So I just want to make this clear. Someone who has
She's gonna give birth right now. I know it.
Sorry.
Okay? I know there's babies popping out.
oh my god.
Okay, so go ahead. We're gonna run out of time. Okay,
Sorry.
good stuff.
You guys, you can have a six-pack and have a weak core, all right? You can have a gut and have a strong core. Your core has nothing to do with your body fat. Most of the time, people who have cut abs are gonna have a strong core too, because if you're fit and you're, able to do all that balance work and stabilization, you're gonna be conditioned at the same time. Most of the time, it goes hand in hand. However, just because you have a strong core doesn't mean that you're going to be cutting your body fat down to a six-pack. It's very, very different training the abdominals and training the core. I thought I had more to say. Well, do we have any?
Oh, okay, so I have a question. How do you, are you more to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, for example, like leg lifts. You're going to do these with me. So, this is, right, you're here, right? We're doing leg lifts.
Is that an ab exercise?
Right, exactly. Good question. So we aren't flexing spine. The prime mover are your hip flexors.
Yeah.
Your core is stabilizing so that you don't fly all over the place. So you're training your core. Abs are stabilizing too, but they're not doing the direct movement. So if you want to really, really isolate the abdominals, you have to get that direct spinal flexion. It just depends on what you want to focus on.
Okay, so here's the question. All these trainers out here, what do I have time left, Marie?
We're at 12:22.
Okay, good. So I have a question. All these trainers out here that specify it's core training, all we're doing is core. Okay, should they also be doing? So basically, what you're saying is you should be incorporating both, core and abs.
And a lot of that may be performance-based goals, which is awesome. And sports specific for fighters or for people who are doing a performance-based goal, and that's awesome.
Okay.
It just depends on what your goal is.
Okay, so two
yes,
questions.
a combination of both is great.
Two questions. Let's just show the viewer before we run out of time here. What is the best ab exercise to do? Is there one best one? What do you like? What do you like for an ab exercise, Kara?
You know what? I just keep it basic, honestly.
That's what I love about her. It's basic.
The ones
exactly.
on the ball.
So like
and stuff.
here,
The ones on the ball, you're working both at the same time. You're working your core, balancing, and you're training your abs.
So you're saying just a regular sit-up is the best sit-up out there? Yes.
Any version of a sit-up is
Okay,
great.
and then what's the best core ab workout? Is there one? What's the best core thing? Just stabilizing.
Well, yeah. There's endless.
If you're a runner,
anything that you're stabilizing and working your balance at the same time, any type of version of your plank exercises,
Okay.
Medicine ball, whatnot, you're going to be stabilizing hip flexors.
If you're a runner, I'm a runner. Marie runs. You run. What are we working? Core or abs? Because I want to know. Because somehow, for a reason, that's the one thing that's
I think it depends on what running.
Yeah, it's
I'm running.
mostly core.
core. Okay.
Your knees are coming up, so you get a lot of hip flexors. I would say mostly core.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, well, we only have 1 minute left, so, Carrie, thank you.
Carrie at physicalcreations.com.
Carrie at physicalcreations.com.
And let's say that Carrie at physicalcreations.com.
Carrie will be on again next week, and Marie and I are road tripping. Woo!